Yes, I know. I'm supposed to be talking about Spain beating Italy and talking about Benzema being the best player in the world. That is exactly what this reminder has been telling you since the beginning of the day. Because, I'm always a busy person. So whenever I do this, I set this thing early in the morning, then go, then come back to do my live stream. But I'm not allowed to do so, people. Why am I not supposed to be doing that? Because the breaking news happened when I was busy doing my own errands, and the breaking news just came out that Newcastle have fired Steve Bruce. Okay, have they? Oh, they haven't fired Steve Bruce yet. Oh, so what is the breaking news that I'm supposed to be doing here? Huh? Really? Really? Let's get this show started. Okay, then we'll talk about it. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one, people. And yes, if you guessed it, you guessed it correctly. It's raining outside. Oh, sorry, we are not supposed to be talking about that. Anyway, people, I've got. Okay, of course, it's no longer breaking news after all. Now, people have been talking about it the whole morning, the whole day. In fact, if I have to say, the whole entire day, that Newcastle are the richest club in the world starting from today. What? What? Anyway, if you missed this, then this is just the breaking news that you should have heard, people. Newcastle have been signed by these guys from Saudi Arabia, and they make Manchester City look like little boys. I'm talking about a Manchester City team or a Manchester City club owned by somebody who's owning around 23 billion pounds, like 23 billion pounds. The people who signed the Newcastle make that guy over there look like a little kid. Oh, you don't believe me? They're saying these guys are 400 billion euro rich. 400 billion, people. Oh my God. This changes the Premier League as we know it. Like, definitely, let's just first the fact that this changes the Premier League as we know it. Starting from today, we are gonna see new owners running the block, people. We are gonna see the little kid in the block coming out to run the show. Right now, if I'm Alan Shearer, I'm hoping I was still prime or I was still young Alan Shearer, because with this kind of managers, you can win any goddamn thing you want. We are talking about the Champions League. We are talking about the Premier League. We are talking about the Club World Cup. You can go for everything. In fact, you can even go to any league and go win anything, because these guys have the money in their bank to get any kind of player they want. On top of that, pay that player any type of money they want. And the worst part, oh no, it's not the worst. The best part about this, whatever any player is gonna demand from them, they're gonna give it, and it should never affect them any at all. They'll never be affected. These guys are 400 billion people. 400 billion. We know 400 million people who are rich, but we're talking about 400 billion. Why didn't they go sign Liverpool, Why didn't they go sign Liverpool? Because I feel like, as a Liverpool fan, I'm a little bit kind of jealous. They have signed these guys, and we've got the Glazers, we've got the FSG. Why didn't they go just sign Liverpool? Why did they go sign Liverpool? But anyway, we can't do anything about it. It is done. Those are the people that are there. If you are just seeing the thumbnail right now, those are the people who are running the show now. And just a news that I need to tell you, Lukaku has just scored a goal for what is that team? Belgium, who they are playing against. Yeah, France. They're playing against France for the semi-final of the Nation Cup and stuff like that. Just keeping you updated. Oh, they're writing two. Is it two? Oh my God, I didn't know that. Anyway, people, so this is where we are now, people. Can you believe it? Who expected that? I didn't expect that. So we are gonna do this. We are gonna go more in depth with the story. I was still going crazy about that. So if you are bored by that, you can skip that intro and come to the original news where we are literally now talking about what is now happening. Because the only thing we are here for is to talk about what has now just happened. Newcastle now got new owners, ending that other guy who has been running them for 14 years. And trust me, Steve Bruce's job is over. I made that as a joke, but I know his job is over. Let's see what Sky Sports has to say for us. So let's go. So going on to the Sky Sports, reading what the Sky Sports are saying. This is what Sky Sports is saying. They are literally telling us that Newcastle takeover completed. Saudi-led construction ends Mikel Ashley's 14-year ownership. The takeover sees Saudi Arabian Public Investment Fund (PIF) take control of 80% stake and ends Mike Ashley's controversial 14-year ownership of Newcastle or the club. Manager Steve Bruce is expected to be replaced. I think Antonio Conte is coming back into the Premier League. Like, I think he's the one that they're gonna go for, Antonio Conte. Who else? Or maybe Zidane. They've got any manager that they want right now. I'm just throwing names out there. Okay, let's continue with the story, by the way. I'm just excited. Because I don't mind Newcastle winning the trophy. I'm just tired of seeing Manchester City running the show like it's their own thing, and these small clubs like Liverpool trying by all means to prove them wrong because we've got a tactician of a manager in Jurgen Klopp. I'm just tired. Let's see something different, for a change. Newcastle are next in action against Tottenham Hotspurs on the 17th, live on Sky Sports. Okay, let's go down. Too much info that I'm getting here from them people. Oh, France, they're losing by 2-1. So look at this. Them people are gonna be smiling. They're gonna be smiling because now they've got somebody who can beg them for any type of player that they want. You remember that time when we were talking about Amron being the most expensive player Newcastle had signed? Now that thing is gonna change. They might even go for Messi, for Haaland, whoever they want. They got the money, people. And then let's go with the story. The 300 million pound takeover of Newcastle has officially been completed, with the South-led consuming ending Mikel Ashley's 14-year ownership of the club. Sky Sport, Kenneth, whoever reports. Okay, I'm just repeating the same thing. Premier League have confirmed the takeover in a statement on Thursday, saying it has received legal binding assurance that the Kingdom of Saudi will not take control of Newcastle. Because this is what was happening to those people have no idea. These guys, it's not their first time coming. They came before, but they were not able to take Newcastle because the Premier League could not allow them to do that business. The reason why they did not allow them to do that business is because the Premier League thought that this is a way of Saudi Arabia Kingdom trying to come in and run a football club in a way, trying to own a club, which is not supposed to happen. There's no country that is supposed to be owning a football club. But now that it has been confirmed that it's not actually a country, it is actually a company, that is why they have allowed them people to own Newcastle. And these people are filthy rich people. I gotta say that they're filthy rich. They can go after any player that they want. We gotta repeat that. And they can even get Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United to make matters worse if they want to. They've got the bank. That is if the agent of Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't want to make some pepper. Talking about money here, people. Anyway, let's go. The investment group is led by the Public Investment Fund (PIF), and are also comprised of PCP Capital Partner and RB Sports and Media. Newcastle's owners are expected to replace Steve Bruce as head coach. Newcastle's new owner are expected to replace Steve Bruce as head coach, but no decision yet have been made on when this might happen. So rumors are saying that Steve Bruce's job could be ending as soon as today or yesterday, but we have no idea who's actually gonna replace. Because you know what, as the South, we are still thinking of who's gonna be hired. I'm trying to dress like them, try to speak like them. So we're still thinking who we're gonna be putting in charge, because we actually need winners. We literally want the winners. And Steve Bruce, for us, it does not really fit the structure of where we are trying to go. We are rich. We are 400 billion rich, and 400 billion rich will never go exactly well with a guy who cannot even beat Manchester United when they're playing so bad. With a guy who cannot even beat a team like Norwich. We need somebody who's gonna win things, and we need to make people like the true Jordi smile. Because even though the guy is one of the biggest YouTubers and even the people in sports entertainment, he is still a loving boy of Newcastle. So they are gonna do that to at least try to make him happy. So that is the reason why we had to buy Newcastle, to try to put a smile on his face. That is what these people will be saying exactly when they're taking over, and they will be replacing Steve Bruce. Like I'm saying, people, this is really crazy. I'm just wondering how and where exactly would this lead them to be, because this is really crazy, I gotta tell you. As we continue, the company does not want to make any King Jack's decision, but it is understood that one of the priorities is declaring who will take over in the Dorchester and St. James moving forward. Newcastle's next match is live against Tottenham Hotspur. Why do you keep repeating that? Look at this. This is what the Newcastle did. They just tweeted that. We are going black and white again. The fans can wear the just with the honor now, because the richer people are here now. The new names at Newcastle: Aleyham, governor of PIF, will serve as non-exclusive chairman of Newcastle. Is it Amanda Steven as chief exclusive of PCP Capital Partners will have one seat on the board, while Jimmy Rubin will also be a director of the football, representing RB Sports Media. It looks like this is just a combination of a lot of people owned by one person who they have coming and is taking each and every one, some of their brains, and putting them into this club. So it means this man really wants to make Newcastle become something. Ali Al-Ahran said, "We are extremely proud to be." Oh, let me read this again. Alejandro was saying this. "We are extremely proud to become the new owners of Newcastle United, one of the most fabulous clubs in English football. We thank the Newcastle fans for their tremendous loyal support over the years." And sorry for that, people. over the years, and we are excited to work. We are excited to work with them. I want to beat this guy. Seriously, I want to beat that guy. These are some of the new faces we'll be seeing in Newcastle, people, and just hope that it's gonna be exciting to see where we go from here. It's really crazy. I can't expect to see what is gonna happen here. This is a long-term investment. We are excited and about the future and the prospect of Newcastle. We intend to install a united philosophy across the club, establish a clear purpose, and help provide leadership that will allow Newcastle to go on to go on to big achievement and over the long period or over the long term. Our ambition and what our defense to create a constant and a successful team that will really compete for major trophies and generate pride across the globe. Wow, then people be saying some big words and trying to convince the fans that we really are here for you guys. Nothing more than that, but we really are here for you, and we want to make sure that this club becomes the best thing you have ever seen. They want to make sure that Newcastle in 2025 be smiling that they've won the Premier League or maybe the Champions League or whatever that they're gonna win. But to tell you the truth, this this for me tells the world, not only me, it tells the world that this is what is happening. This is just a new thing that is happening. We are now moving on and crossing forward to a new world, and Newcastle are just gonna do some crazy things here. On top of that, now this is the question that I'm asking. Arsenal have really not been looking like they're part of the top six, and I personally fell in love with the idea of the top six. The top six. Why can't we just replace Arsenal with, Newcastle? I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't want Arsenal fans to come over me. I'm just saying that now these new kids on the block, they are gonna come and they'll be signing big players either starting maybe in January, then maybe during the summer, exactly when the season is over, and they are gonna be signing some interesting big managers who are going to try to make them win something. I'm talking about the likes of Antonio Conte and maybe the likes of Pepe Guardiola. But yeah, this is gonna be really, really huge, people. I'm wondering of all the players who are right currently in Newcastle, who's going to remain there and what's gonna happen next. That is my question to you. Let me know in the comment section, guys. But yeah, the future looks bright for the Newcastle fans. It looks so freaking bright. Anyway, let's move on to the next news that I wanted to talk about. I had to give this moment to Newcastle guys and just give them that smiley face, like I actually am happy for them when I'm busy eating myself. That why didn't this guy sign or go and get Liverpool from FSG? I'm joking. Anyway, let's move on from that. Oh, the next news we're gonna be talking about is what happened yesterday, people. As we can hear, France are literally being beaten right now by Belgium, which means France might be out of this competition today. But the other team that went out yesterday was Italy, and they were taken out by Spain. They got a red card. Banucci was given a red card, and Spain won by 2-1. But I don't think the red card was really the reason why they lost, because before the red card, they were already losing. So we can never pull all this thing on the red card. It won't really be that fair. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And on top of that, by the way, to those who are just joining us, guys, go back, go listen to what I've done, because I've already done the Newcastle thing. Just go listen to it if you're interested. But like what I'm saying, this is what has happened. Italy are out. Their unbeaten thing is over. I just joined. Please give me an interesting information in 3 sentences. Thank you, sir. Okay. Let me give you the interesting news that I can give you right now. Newcastle are filthy rich. Steve Bruce, Steve Bruce no longer has a job. I'm that. That's all I can tell you. Steve Bruce no longer has a job, and Newcastle are filthy rich. That's what has happened. and it's gonna be crazy. It's really gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, I'm really excited. On top of that, Newcastle are gonna take Manchester United out of the top four. I'm joking about that one. I'm joking. I'm just enjoying myself here, people, because it's really, really, really crazy what has just happened today. It's really, really crazy. I have no idea what's going to happen from now on to where we are going. But trust me, Pep Guardiola wants to change right now jobs. He wants to go to Newcastle because he loves them people with money so that he can go buy the new Bernardo Silva, the new Kevin De Bruyne, and try to build his mind games of a team or whatever, and leave the team that is cursed and cannot win a Champions League and go try to do it with Newcastle because they're filthy rich. Anyway, Newcastle is going to take over Premier League 100%. It's always good to accept the fact. And the one thing I respect about these owners, they didn't go for a team that is really, that is well known, that has achieved a lot. They went to a team that used to have history, but they were the forgotten giants. And now they decided to go and get those guys and put them into the title picture, Champions League title opportunities pictures. It's gonna be crazy. So the question that I'm just curious to you people, which player do you think Newcastle will sign first? Yeah, I'm now talking about big players now. Are they going to go for Haaland? Are they going to go for Kylian Mbappe? Who are they going to sign first? That is my question. Make those, just try to play around those predictions, people. I'm curious to hear what you guys will say, who they sign first. It's really gonna be exciting for sure. So, like I was saying before I go back to I went back to the Newcastle thing. Spain beat Italy, and their unbeaten run is over. Now the question is this: will they win the final on Sunday, as they'll be playing with either? Right at this point, it looks like Belgium are the ones who are going to do it. But on top of that, what will happen? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comment section, guys. But this has been interesting. Newcastle are filthy rich people. I don't know how to do. They are making Manchester City look like little babies. Like you can. They were telling me something that was funny. They said that you have to take the 10 richest club in the world, put them all together, you can combine their finance, and it still won't even come anywhere close to the amount of money that Newcastle, the club, is now worth. That is just mind blowing. That is just crazy at its highest level. Let me read this. Maybe they will look into Florentino White's, the new German from Bayern Leverkusen. Really, I don't think that they're gonna be going out for the guys who are coming up. I think they're going to go to those names that they're already known. Those names that are already known, and they're still young and they still can come and actually do something, like the likes of Haaland. Lewandowski was talking about leaving Bayern Munich, trying to go try a new challenge. They might go after a player like him, and at the back they might try to go get those big guys. I don't know if they can go after the likes of Virgil van Dijk and what. I don't know. Even Harry Kane, for example, Harry Kane want to leave Tottenham Hotspurs, so Tottenham owners will be like, "I know you wanna go, buddy." Rather than for you to go to Manchester City, our enemies, you can go and play for Newcastle. You see? And all the true Geordie and the Newcastle fans will be crazy happy that they're signing players who are looking like they can do something. Players like Jack Grealish, they can at least come and become something in Newcastle. I don't know. It's just a crazy day, people. I'm just saying anything that I want to say. And I'm really excited. Defense, they might go after the player that Chelsea were interested in. This one that they wanted to sign. They can go after him because they need to strengthen their defense, build on to their midfielders, go get the best players that they can get, and give them as much money as they want. And they can go after the Premier League next season. They can literally start to prove something is happening next season. And on top of that, to even make something, to make a point to you guys, Antonio Conte, or maybe Zidane, I don't know how good he is, could be the next Newcastle manager in the next coming 3 days or 4 days. Because I don't see Steve Bruce going, Bruce or whoever that guy is going anyway. Because, yeah, let's just face it, I don't see it. Or maybe Rafa Benitez might want to leave to Everton and come back to the club that he brought from the championship and try to do something. You never know. Things are happening so fast. My mind is moving so fast. It's so confusing. Anyway, but also you have to think about the players. I don't think every player would want to play for a club like Newcastle. Most big players want them big clubs like City, United, Chelsea. I get it. I get it. This makes a lot of sense. I get it. But trust me, let them get a manager who has repetition, a manager who has won something, for example. Sometimes it's not about the club. It could be about the manager who will be at the club and what he is known for. That manager would be able to attract any other players from all over the world because he is a winner. Like for example, let's just say, like, I know this will never happen. Let's say that they go get Pep Guardiola. They get Pep Guardiola as their manager. How many players are probably gonna leave their respected clubs to go just to play for Pep Guardiola, knowing that they're gonna be built to become good players? On top of that, they'll win something under the man. How many? So one thing I know, they're gonna be intelligent about this. Try to get a manager who can attract players into these clubs, and on top of that, put as much money as they can so that these guys know that this is really serious. This is not a joke. They are really after something. They really want to make a change. Because them signing Newcastle, that is a clear sign that they really want to make a change and they want to prove to that guy who owns Man City that you don't own the world. We got them do. And that's what they're going to do. And that's exactly what they're going to do. I wish I was a Newcastle fan. This would be the best time of my life. Literally, this would be the best time of my life. But I'm really curious to see where they go from now. Are they going to go after the Premier League first, or they're just gonna straightforward make sure that they finish in top four in this campaign? Then next season they're going after the Champions League because they can do that. They definitely can do that. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. The future looks bright for the Newcastle. But was my other question that I was asking people. Now that there's a new kid on the block, what is going to happen to the top four we are used to, like to the traditional top four, top six we are used to? What's going to happen? Because, we talk about Leicester, but Leicester, we know that they still have their own shortcomings. They're still not reaching to that point. Let's just look at it this way. We have a manager. We have guys who have 4 point something, who have 400 billion pounds, who have come to own a club and they want to win something. What's going to happen? That is the interesting part about this. What's going to happen? I have a feeling that one of the big clubs are going to fall just to allow this club to pass by because they are really going to do what we have never seen in the world of football. Imagine they get Mourinho. I think it's possible. Yes, Jose Mourinho, he's a winner and he can make sure that they do get something and they do win something. So they get a manager who can give something. Good point. A good manager who can attract people. A manager like Conte, who just quit where he was. He will attract players because his CV and what he's carrying, he has already proven that he can win something. He will attract players. And after getting the players that they want, and trust me, these guys, they're not going to be afraid of the transfers, money that are going to be demanded by clubs, and the money that the agents and the players are going to be demanding. That will never bother them at all because they've got the bag, they got the keys, they've got the keys of the Premier League. This is gonna be crazy. I have no idea what's gonna happen now. Am I gonna become an enemy of Newcastle starting from this one? Now I'm wondering why we didn't play Newcastle already in the games we've played because I don't know what's gonna happen after this. I literally have no idea what's going to happen after this. But one thing I can promise you, if you're a Newcastle fan, the future is really, really bright for you guys. The future is really, really bright for you guys. And Mr. Karen has joined the stream. Hello, my good friend. Hello. I saw your message last time, and I'm back. Sam is here. I'm always gonna be doing my streams at this time, guys, during the week when I cannot manage to be there during the afternoon. My streams will always be around this time. Always check every morning. I always make sure that I leave a stream. Like I was saying, with this stream that I'm doing, I actually made it talking about what Italy had done to the team that they were playing with yesterday. But Newcastle news just became the biggest news that came out today, and I had to go for it. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen after this. But I'm asking you, as the fans, how do you feel with what has just happened here? How do you feel? And what's going to happen here? Does this marks as a thing that is going to apply, like attract potential investors with big money like these ones to come to the Premier League, to own the Premier League, and at least try to make some clubs that are not really known to look like they're something. I'm so happy that you're back. I'm here, sir. I'm back. I'm back, that's for sure. What does this mean? Because we're going to see a lot of people coming, and it's going to be exciting to see where we go from here. I'm really excited. The future has never been this bright. I'm really excited. But as well, the Football Connect guys will always be here every single day around the 9:30 my time. I don't know what time it will be. It's almost about to be 10 o'clock where I am right now. But around 9:30, that's when I'll be live. So you always gotta be tuning in at those times, because that's where you always find me here. Or you can check, because like I'm saying, I leave my stream early in the morning. You can check in and come in. But that's what I'll be doing. Let me read what Miss Karen is saying here. Did you hear that the new owner of Newcastle promised the fan that he will win league? He will win the league in the next 5 to 10 years. I don't think he needs even 5 years. I don't think he needs 5 years, because this guy, like, I don't want to say this, but this guy is crazy rich, filthy. Like, I think this guy is one. He makes a broom of money and clean the house with it. You know, that's how rich this guy is. I don't even know how to explain how rich this man is. And what happens? Let's just talk. Let's just face the fact, people. With the way the football is going now, money is what is attracting some of the players at this moment. The agents want money. They want their players to get these big checks, and they want to get big checks as well. So one thing that we know, these owners are gonna be a friend of a lot of agents. But also, let's talk about this as well. There's still this idea of financial fair play in the Premier League. I don't know how they're gonna do anything, but these guys, let's face it, that rich people, City has been getting away with that measure for such a long time. So we are talking somebody with a 23 million pounds, 23 billion pounds. We are now talking about somebody with 400 billion pounds. So yeah, they will find their way around that situation. Don't be surprised. I saw Fabrizio Ramoni making a crazy picture of the players that will be in Newcastle in the coming years. So yeah, it could be a possibility, but I don't know where Newcastle are going for. But I have to say something. I'm a Liverpool fan, diehard Liverpool fan. I'm never changing. But my next best club now, if I have to choose the next best club, it has to be Newcastle. You know why? Because I would just love to see Newcastle coming onto Manchester City ground, embarrassing them, beating them, and going home with all the 3 points. Going to Manchester United club, embarrassing them, and going with the 3 points. That will make my day and my night and my evening and everywhere. That will always be best. So I can't wait to see what happens. But one thing I can tell you, Newcastle fans, you ought to be excited about this. You ought to be excited about this, because this is one of the best things that can ever happen to a club, especially your club, when 90% or 90% of the people were expecting it to be, at least it to be one of the clubs that are relegated. I'm actually thinking, what was I thinking when I was making that? When I was predicting the teams that are going to be relegated, I need to fix that and maybe try to push Newcastle to the top 4. But these are the facts. Let me make my facts before I go off the air, guys. These are my facts. As we move on, Newcastle, they're gonna make a statement in the Premier League at the come end of the season. They're going to make a statement. I don't know if they're going to finish in the Europa campaign or Champions League campaign. I don't know. They won't win the league this year, but they're going to make a statement to tell the world that they're here, especially after the January transfer. I know they're going to sign some few players, but they're going to make a statement. Mark my words on that one. And secondly, in the next coming 3 or 4 days, or let me just say in the next coming week, Steve Bruce will be fired as a Newcastle manager. Or maybe let me say when the Premier League is back, because we are still in the international break and maybe they don't want to disturb that. But when the Premier League is back, give it just a week and Steve Bruce will be fired as the Newcastle manager. That is a fact that I'm telling you. And what else can I say? How Manchester City are gonna become, they're gonna look like a baby city in the coming years because of what we're going to see from Newcastle. Anyway, I'm giving them so much heat here. I'm just so excited, people. I have to remind people, I'm still a Liverpool fan. I have not changed. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Click that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the Football Connect and tell your friends what they think. You know, I tried to make an accent of the Saudi Arabian people. So if you're just joining in, you can go watch from the beginning. You'll be surprised. I have no idea what I was doing there, but I tried to make the accent, which was really, really bad. But I'm really excited to see where we go from here and what this means for the Premier League. But anyway, before I'm going, guys, thank you very much for watching. Click the like button, subscribe to the Football Connect. I'll be back again tomorrow, and let's see where we go from here, people. Thank you very much to those who have come in and those who have commented. That means a lot to me. I'm out. Peace, and see you tomorrow. Peace out. Hey, Newcastle. This is huge. So it looks like I cannot go off.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best